Hi, I'm Harrison Held, and I'm here with Herbie J Pilato and Kathy Coleman from Land of the Lost. We had a great evening here. Herbie, you did a great job interviewing her. It was terrific.
It was
and it was so much fun hearing your stories.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was nice of you all to listen. Sometimes I get a little long-winded, but
Not at all.
I really enjoy sharing my stories with you. It's a lot of
It
fun.
was terrific, and I'm looking forward to reading the book. And Herbie has such great taste in selecting people.
Well, I mean, she meant so much to so many people, to all of us growing up in the 70s. And, now that the show is being rerun right on Saturday mornings, it's a new generation.
It's almost in its original time slot. Almost. A couple of hours early, but it's back on Saturday mornings. It's on MeTV. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
What time?
I think it's on at like 6:30.
In the morning.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
yeah, but you know what?
gonna get up
You'd
and
be
watch it.
you'd be amazed at how many people are actually up at that ungodly hour. They are up and they are watching it because I hear it at all the shows I do. Yeah. They tell me we saw you on MeTV, so.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Supermarket to get the Pop-Tarts like I used to do.
Yeah, and the Cocoa Puffs.
So can you talk about your inspiration for writing the book?
Well, a lot of people, after I would just meet with them and they would talk to me, they would say, you should write a book. It's almost like history repeating itself. When I was a kid, people used to say to my mother, you should put her in the business. And eventually that came to pass. And people that kept saying, you should write a book someday, my Lord, and eventually it happened. It's not a very easy thing either, let me tell you. It's a huge process.
You had a lot of epiphanies that you wrote about in the book, from what I hear.
Yeah, I had...
You seem like a very spiritual person.
Well, actually, those things that I call them life nuggets, those things I collected all throughout my life. I would get one and I put it in my pocket for safekeeping for when it was time to use it or tell it or share it. And so a lot of those life nuggets appear in the book.
Yeah,
so that's
chicken book nuggets.
yeah, a lot better.
So can you talk a bit about some of your books, Herbie?
Well, I did, Elizabeth Montgomery, of course, A Twitch Upon a Star, which is her biography. And
you were good friends with
I was good friends with Elizabeth in 1989. Very special person. She used her persona for the betterment of the world community. And in many ways, she was very similar, Kathleen, to you. She had a good heart, an open heart, very honest person, and I just loved her. So the other books...
I know Erin.
Oh,
yeah, and she said she got my book and she read it, and she's dating somebody now that I grew up with, Moosey Dryer. Yeah.
She's dating someone? She's married?
No, she's with Moosey, who was like a really good friend of mine. Moosey, his mother used to be my agent and everything. Wow. So anyway, she goes, I read the book, I loved it, she said, and I was so glad you brought Elizabeth into your book.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Can you share a bit about that? Because that was a great anecdote.
Oh, just that I met her at an NBC press party, and like I said in the interview, that she was surrounded by all these men, and I marveled at the way that she was able to make each and every one of those men that circled her each feel like it was all eyes on on them. She was just a really interesting woman. Yeah,
she was magical.
She was magical, really.
Well, thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you.
It was a great evening. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching.